taken time to think about it, pray about it for over 3 weeks now, I guess, or about 3 weeks. And I know that there was probably a lot of reason not to say anything. But I also know that his conscience dictated that he had to express himself. And I commend him for it, and I thank him for it. I also appreciate the fact that Senator Kerry of Nebraska would come here and lend his support to what the senator from Connecticut had to say, and the senator from New York. This very day I had lunch with a senator from New York. Maybe the American people not realize that we are friends off this floor, and that we enjoy each other's company. We do travel together. We get to be together with our wives and sometimes even our children. But today at lunch with Senator Mack of Florida and Senator Roth of Delaware, we were joined by the senator from New York, and we talked about a very serious situation in Russia. Every time he comes and joins us, I immediately I want to raise a part of the world and say, well, you know, what about India and Pakistan, or what about this or that country, this situation? He has such a fountain of knowledge. He has such a wealth of experience. He has such a tremendous understanding of history and people. And I found it very informative, and have been dwelling on what he had to say about Russia all this afternoon. So I think that at times like this, when our Constitution is going to be reviewed again as to what it means, and when we are going to have to make decisions about what we do when we're presented with a set of facts, maybe nothing, it's going to be so important that there are some men and women on both sides of the aisle, in this body and in the other one, that can reach across the aisle and say, what do we do? And most importantly, what is best for our country? And with these men and with others that are in this chamber here today, Senator Hatch, Senator Coates, Senator Nichols is here, the great Strom Thurmond, I'm sure we will find a way to rise above petty politics and do the right thing. And Senator Lieberman will lead the way. I yield the floor.
The distinguished senator from South Carolina.
The senator from Connecticut, who has just made some remarks, is one of the finest and ablest members of this body. The longer I've stayed here and dealt with him, I have been more impressed with him. He's a member of the officers' party from me. But we can't go by party in deciding the merits of a man. We've got to decide his own qualities. And the senator from Connecticut has impressed me as having the right qualities which we all could emulate.
Talk.
Mr. President, someone who's been, in many respects, pulling for the president to pull through these problems, and who had hoped that the speech he gave never would have had to have been given, and who still is very concerned about our country and how this matter is handled. I want to express my gratitude to the distinguished senator from Connecticut, my dear friends from Nebraska and New York as well, for the moral compass that they've brought to the United States Senate floor this day, really for the fine work that they've done through the years in some of these very difficult matters. When the distinguished senator from Connecticut stands and speaks on these particular issues, he does so with authority, because he has spoken out on so many moral issues in the past, and I think with good effect. I think it's important for all of us to reserve judgment on these matters until we have the report of Judge Starr. And at that time we can look at it and make determinations as to what should be done. There's no question that the president has been embarrassed by some of the things that have happened. There's also no question that these are difficult times for him, his wife, his daughter, and others in the administration, and frankly for all of us. Let's hope that we can approach this matter with kindness and deliberation, and to do the things that really need to be done in this area. And again, as the majority leader has said, do what is in the best interest of our country. That may give us a number of alternatives that may be very just and worthwhile and beneficial to the country. Let's hope that we choose the right path. But in any event, I want to just express my gratitude to these members of the other party, because I know how difficult it is for them to come to the floor and speak on this issue, and I respect them for having done so. It's a difficult set of issues, and certainly I feel very deeply about them as well. And I just want to express my gratitude.